I'm so procrastinating. It's time for me to start getting ready for some trucking. It's pretty chilly out here in Minnesota. We were at 0 this morning. Truck's been parked in sub-zero temperatures. It won't start. I just got a brand new truck and I'm heading down to Georgia to get it licensed and get the stickers put on and new license plates and get it so I can legally pull freight and make some money. Well, my Traveloko story started with one of those white Pete's. I don't know the year, but it was a few years ago. And I drove that for a year and I gave it back. This red Volvo came open and I jumped right on that. And I actually had to fly out to San Antonio. Yes, my goal was to get that truck paid off, and I did get it paid off. And I've always wanted a Mack Anthem anyway. And so I started searching online. I found this gray one, which is a 2019. Yes, I went and test drove it and drove it around, shook hands with the dealer that was selling it, and because when I do a deal like that, I want to shake the hand of the person that I'm doing the deal with. It's much quieter inside. I mean, I can hear a phone conversation on speakerphone now with the phone across me on the truck. Whereas before I had to have a headset on in order to hear my phone or hold it to my head. But you can't do that while you're driving. It's much quieter, and I've only driven it bobtail, and it rides smoother than my Volvo did too, even as a bobtail. Well, it started out a little rocky with me having to jump start the truck. The batteries must have been not very good in them, and it was 30 or 20 below when I left the house, so it took a little bit of work getting the truck ready to go. But then after that, everything went pretty smooth. I drove halfway the first night and then the rest of the way the next night, and got here. I actually got here Sunday night or Sunday afternoon actually. I went down through Iowa on 61 or 62 into St. Louis, and then jumped on 64 Illinois 57 down to 24 across through Paducah, Nashville, Chattanooga, and then down 75. Exit 318. The Traveloko shop is a money saver actually, and Scott's got a lot of experience with working on these trucks, and I had the batteries replaced, which at what was it, $80 a battery, I think, and then I had the oil changed, the inspection, the annual inspection. The air governor was sticking, so I had that replaced, and I brought down my own air dryer cartridge and had Scott put that on. I would say that you would look for a company that's open and honest. The companies that I stuck around with were open and honest. The ones that I left were shady dealers. Traveloko are a bunch of partners. So, I mean, if they want to partner with you, then they go with your terms. If you want to partner with them, then you go with their terms. It's simple. These contracts are, I mean, the first time around when a contract comes, I read the whole thing. And if I don't like something, then I say something and they correct it. Or they tell you, well, you're going to have to deal with it. Then I make a decision. My lanes are where the money goes, usually, except for the Northeast and the West. I stay out of the Northeast because of all the tolls. And the brokers don't seem to want to compensate for those tolls. Oh, heck, I'm going to hit the ground running. Yeah, as soon as I get that IRP, I plan on talking to Dan up there in Traveloko and having him line me up a load.
Traveloko, driving to the pulse of the American road.